Welcome back to FM Story. In the last episode, we began season 5 of the South American Glory Hunt to save our first season with Vélez in Argentina, and we had a bit of an up and down start to the season. Unfortunately, on taking over, the transfer window was already closed. The squad lacks a bit of quality and a bit of depth, so we have to make do with what we've got until the beginning of July. We've had some good results, some shocking results, like getting hammered 5-1 by Boca. Coming up in this episode, we've got the group stage of the Copa Sudamericana, where we've been drawn against Vitória, River Plate of Uruguay, and América de Cali. And we've also got the 5th round of the Copa Argentina as well. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We are now at the end of April. We ended the last episode at the end of March, and since then we've gone on a pretty decent run. It didn't start the best. We did take a lead against San Lorenzo, conceded just on half time, and then gave away a late penalty and couldn't respond after that. But since then, we've won every game, starting 5-3 in a wildly entertaining game away at Godoy Cruz. We then beat Argentinos Juniors 6-0 away from home. We opened up the Copa Sudamericana with a home tie against River Plate from Uruguay and won 6-1. We just about managed to sneak a win against Rosario 2-1. We struggled a bit in the first half against América de Cali. We went one down. In the end, we got a couple of late goals to come away with a 3-1 victory. And then in the most recent league game, we went away to Huracan and won 3-1, again pretty comfortably as well. What it means as far as the league's concerned is we've played a game more and in some cases 2 games more than pretty much all the teams around us. But we are up in third with 3 points off the top, albeit having played that game more. And things have picked up. We've now got 10 wins from 16 games in the league. And as far as the Copa Sudamericana is concerned, we're the only team with a 100% record in our group. We've won 2 from 2. We've played a game more than River and América de Cali. We've got Vitória coming up next, which on the face of things looked like it was potentially going to be our more difficult opponent in the group. They've lost their opening 2 games, so hopefully we can make it 3 out of 3 for ourselves in this next game against Vitória. So this is the side we've got into the game against Vitória with. We have had a few injury issues over recent weeks. Lovato and Vega are both on the bench. They're now back to fitness, but not fit enough to start. So Lovato is starting on the left, Mamini through the middle. And a win here would go a long way to helping us qualify for the knockout stages. Vitória coming to this game on the back of 4 defeats in a row. So hopefully we can pull out the victory. It's 4-3-3 for us against the 4-2-3-1 for them. Right, throw in for them. We've worked the ball to the edge of the area, shot from the edge of the box, off the post, the rebound's turned in. And that is not the start that we were looking for. I mean, to go behind so quickly at home and against a team that have to be in low confidence, given the recent run of games, that is not how we needed to start this game. Right, free kick, Mamini towards the back post, and Ferrari's header couldn't get it on target. Right, Mamini with the corner. On overall our plays, it's headed out as far as Lobato. Ferrari to Albanoz, who goes from distance, and that was always going over the top. Arroyo with a throw. Espinosa into Lobato in the box. And finally, we've got back on level terms. I mean, based on the highlights we've seen since they took the lead, it's more than deserved. But Espinosa into Lobato in the box, just drifts it infield, and then just fires it into the corner past the keeper. Free kick for us. Barreto standing over it, lifts it over the wall. Unfortunately, it's just a fraction too high and goes over the top. And there we are, 1-1 half-time. We've rebounded from conceding that early goal, but we do still need to be a lot better in this second half. We made a couple of changes. We brought Rodriguez on the right and Lovato on through the middle. They've got the ball in our half, though, here. They've gone back to the centre half. Cross. And now they're attacking towards the box, into the box. And that was just abysmal defending. We let them switch it from the right to the left far too easily, and then once it was on that left-hand side, Albanos goes to challenge that one. No one gets anywhere close to any of the other passes. And we're behind again. Right, from the kickoff, we're going to Espinosa, Ferrari, Garialdi. Now Albanos on the right to Rodriguez. Ferrari goes back to the keeper. Escudero now, the youngster, bringing it forward. They're basically cutting off a lot of the forward balls. They've got a bit greedy going for that one. Now Rodriguez into the box looking for Garialdi. He's got it. Squares it. Lobato's shot. It hits the post. And they've been able to bring it clear. Oh, but we've nicked it back. Caceres to Ferrari. And then nothing comes of it. Right, Lobato with a free kick into the box. It's up in the air. Rodriguez squares it. Lovato coming onto it. It looks like it took a huge deflection there, judging by where the keeper dived in relation to where the ball went. But we'll take it. It's 2-2. So Lobato with the free kick. It's headed up in the air. Rodriguez takes his time and then just squares it. And then Lovato comes onto it from the edge of the area. It does take a nick past the keeper. And that's 2-2. Right, so we made some more changes to get some fresh legs on in the middle of the pitch. See if we can nick a winner before the end of the game. Right, Villa with the throw. Lobato back to Villa. Cutting in off the left. Cross to the back post. Rodriguez header off the bar. Albanos finds Correa. He's tackled and nothing comes of the attack. They've now cleared it again. Correa back to Escudero. Villa over the top, looking for Lobato in behind. He's pulled back. Now, is that a penalty or is it a free kick? I think probably a free kick. And it is a free kick that's given. And obviously nothing came of it. And there we are, full-time 2-2. First points dropped in the Copa Sudamericana this season. At least we didn't lose, but really we should have won that comfortably. We've gifted them a couple of goals. And we need to be better because I think 3 of our next 5 games are the last 3 games in the Copa Sudamericana group. It's quickly going to be finished, so hopefully we can at least secure a spot in the knockout stages. We've made it to the end of May and we've got another big test coming up in the league, this time at home against River. Hopefully we can do better than we did in the game against Boca in the last episode. Since the game against Vitória, we've had a pretty decent run, undefeated. We followed the Vitória game up with a 3-3 draw at home against Lanús. We weren't great. We did manage to pick up a point. We had a couple of injuries in the game as well. We then beat Vitória 2-0 in the second game against them in the Copa Sudamericana. And then the Copa Argentina began a comfortable 4-0 victory against Flandria. And then we finished off the Copa Sudamericana group with a 2-0 victory away at River Plate and a 3-2 victory at home against America de Cali, which meant we finished top of our group, 5 wins from 6, 16 points, and we're through to the second round and just waiting on the knockout playoff round to see who we play in that second round. And then we return to league action with a 2-2 draw away at Union, and then we beat Independiente 4-0 at home. A pretty strong performance there. And that means after 19 games of the league season with 8 games left to go, we're sat in 4th. We're quite a long way off the top though. We're 6 points behind Boca in 3rd. We're 8 points behind River in 2nd. And Talares are top 10 points clear of us as well. So it's unlikely that we're going to end up winning the league this season. But after a bit of a up and down start to the season, we're about to... we're not far off getting some new players in at the beginning of July, and hopefully we can end the season with the Copa Liga pretty well. But this was always going to be a tough first season. Really, the aim this season wasn't the league; it's the Copa Sudamericana, the Argentinian Cup, and hopefully we can continue on in that vein. As we said, we've got a game coming up against River. Both teams have players away on international duty with Argentina's under-20s, and we've got a defender who's doubtful. But hopefully, we've got as strong a team available as we can muster. There's not too many injuries, not too many suspensions. So hopefully, we can come away with a victory to close the gap at least on River, and keep progressing as this first league season goes on with Vélez. So this is the side we've picked for the game against River. Without Sergio Barreto on the right-hand side, we've gone with Baltazar Rodriguez, who's done very well when he's been involved. Otherwise, it's pretty much our strongest team that we can put out at this moment in time. And hopefully we can, like I said, we can do better than we did when we got hammered in the last episode by Boca. Right, so straight from the kick-off, Espinosa to Garialdi, Escudero at the back, the youngster. Arroyo on the left. As long as we don't get caught on the ball here, we've gone back to the keeper. That's the one area that we desperately need the new signing in July, because the keeper is the area of the pitch that we're really struggling in. But Garialdi now on the right, into the box, shoots, and it was easy for the keeper in the end. Albanese with the throw back to him. Rodriguez into Garialdi in the box. He somehow, for some reason, launches it back to the halfway line to Escudero, but we kept it. Arroyo now down the left-hand side. Finds Lobato. Espinosa squares it for Caceres on the edge of the box. And his shot just drifts wide of the post. I mean, we've certainly started the game well. We've had a couple of chances. We've had a lot of possession. But we could do with taking a chance early in this game. They've now come more into the game. They've had more possession. They've got the ball into the box. That cannot be a penalty. They passed the ball to our player who kicked it, and their player went down. Oh my God. And he's been booked for it as well. That obviously must be something to do with the way the animation was, but having had such a promising start in the early minutes of the first half, we find ourselves 1-0 behind after half an hour. Send the keeper the wrong way. Arroyo with the throw for us on the left-hand side. Espinosa back to him. Lobato into Espinosa in the box. Caceres now on the edge of the box. Just couldn't keep it down. Albanos with a throw on the right. Garialdi into Caceres. Espinosa to Lobato. And Lobato right in front of goal. Smashes it wide. And there we are. Half-time. 1-0 down. And, I mean, they've not created barely anything. And we wasted a couple of chances early on. We need to be better in the second half, and we've got some players seriously struggling fitness-wise as well, by the looks of it. All right, we had been forced into change just before half-time. We've made 3 more at the start of the second half. Very, very little happening at the start of this second half. Throw for them. Herrera wins it. Goes long down the pitch. Lovato chasing it. Right. They've gone back to the keeper. We need to press them higher up the pitch here. Right. Herrera wins it back again. Lobato to Rodriguez on the right. Passes it into Lovato. He's got to be offside there. This one's getting choked off, I feel. And there we go. We did pretty well turning it from defence to attack. It actually is a lot closer than it looked, but definitely offside. Right, from the free kick for that offside. Try to pass it through the middle of the pitch. Correa wins it back. Lobato driving forward off the edge of the box, goes with the outside of his left foot and just can't hit the target. And there we are, full time. The only goal of the game from that penalty. We played pretty well. We just didn't. It's again, we've had a bit of an issue with this in some games, not taking the chances. But it certainly wasn't the embarrassment that the game against Boca was. So things are looking up. And obviously, as we said, this season, the main aim is the Copa Argentina and the Copa Sudamericana. And there we are, the end of another episode. And things are starting to look up. In the last episode, after the first month or so of the season, we had a few up and down performances and results. It's taken a while to get a style of play and a starting lineup that seems to work. We're not far off getting some reinforcements. And once the transfer window opens in July, we've made it into the knockout stage of the Copa Sudamericana. We've won our first game in the Copa Argentina. And we're sat 6th in the league table. So things are looking pretty good. Hopefully we can continue that on in the next episode. I think in the next episode we'll have the next round of the Copa Argentina and the second round of the Copa Sudamericana. So join us next time to see how we can get on with those competitions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.